Previously, Ye Tian arrived at the Demon Sea base with his sister, Ye Yu, and accompanied Yu Ling to the secret realm gate. There he saw a king-level martial warrior named Yun He broke apart a portal to make it accessible for everyone who enters. Ye Tian inspected Yun He and found out that what came after the apex tier was transcendent tier talent. Of course, Ye Tian did not hesitate and copied the talent, upgrading his cultivation talent into transcendent tier talent. As the rift was now open, everyone who was at the level of Grandmaster Martial Warrior could now enter the secret realm. Ye Tian was still inspecting Yun He, thinking about the spatial talent Yun He possessed. If he could, he would want to copy it right this instant, but he already used his copycat talent and he would need to wait for a month for it to go off cooldown. While Ye Tian was busy plotting his counterfeiting scheme, Yu Ling handed him two things before they entered the secret realm. One was the interdimensional pouch that Ye Tian saw Yu Ling use at the Lake of Death, and the other one was a GPS tracking watch that could track each other's location. I don't know how it works, but it works. These two will be very handy as they will be separated after entering the realm. The secret realm was dangerous even for them, so they had to regroup as soon as they could when they got inside. Yu Ling also emphasized the importance of time inside the secret realm. They needed to exit the realm within a month or they would be locked inside for another 10 years before the realm would be opened again. While Yu Ling and Ye Tian were discussing, a huge man came up behind Ye Tian. He asked Yu Ling if Ye Tian was the, quote, pro, who Yu Ling was talking about. This cannonball looked down at Ye Tian for looking so weak and feeble. To think that Ye Tian has the power of a great martial artist was like a joke to him. Responding to the man, Yu Ling called him Yu Chao, probably someone from her clan. She asked him to be respectful, but Yu Chao babbled that Ye Tian stole his buddy's slot, so he couldn't do that. He even tried to aggravate Ye Tian, but Ye Tian kept his composure. This made Yu Chao leave, but with a warning for Ye Tian to not show himself to him inside the secret realm. For Ye Tian to have kept his composure throughout the encounter showed that he has grown as a martial warrior who has discipline. After a while, a radio tower nearby announced the opening of the secret realm and everyone was free to enter. After the announcement, a couple of martial artists jumped through the rift and entered the secret realm. Ye Tian and Yu Ling also did the same. Inside the secret realm, Ye Tian arrived with a blast. The environment inside was strange, as if it had seen the cataclysm. Ye Tian found himself in front of a man-made structure, suggesting that the secret realm was once inhabited by a civilization. As he walked through the well-paved aisle, he stumbled upon some sort of a fruit or a flower. Ye Tian realized that it was a 100-year spirit ginseng. But not just one, it's an entire garden of this spirit ginseng. Ye Tian's eyes glowed as he pulled out the interdimensional pouch and collected everything in front of him. With his find, Ye Tian was now looking forward to what he could find if he would explore the area. As he walked around the area, Ye Tian found a fresh corpse. This made Ye Tian realize the dangers of the secret realm. Suddenly, Ye Tian's GPS tracker rang and he saw his and Yu Ling's position. They were quite a distance apart. It seemed like Yu Ling encountered trouble as her location had a couple of small red dots around her. With this, Ye Tian made haste and ran toward Yu Ling's position. Meanwhile, Yu Ling was currently having trouble with a couple of small goblins. I keep feeling that I have seen this scene somewhere, but it must have been just my imagination. Anyway, Ye Tian was running with his speed talent to quickly get to Yu Ling. She was in a dire situation, and again, this scene was very familiar. When the goblin was about to give the final blow to Yu Ling, Ye Tian arrived to save a damsel in distress. A kick empowered by his strength talent hit the goblin in the face, sending it flying. Ye Tian then made a quick cleanup and killed every goblin alive around them. Punch, slash, and kicks, these goblins were like nothing to him. After killing every single goblin, Ye Tian checked on Yu Ling. He was familiar with Yu Ling's strengths and these beasts shouldn't pose a threat to her, yet she was actually injured. Yu Ling explained that it wasn't them who injured her, but an advanced rank ferocious beast called Demon Eye Cobra did. She just got ambushed as she was fleeing from the cobra. This secret realm was a treasure trove full of opportunities for all martial artists, but opportunities come with risk, and that's what the secret realm was. Afterward, Yu Ling drank a health potion to recover from her injuries. During this time, Ye Tian asked Yu Ling about the treasures inside the secret realm. Yu Ling explained that the most precious treasure inside this realm was the vital stone vein, which was Yun family's target. Though it was indeed precious, Yuling's target wasn't that vain, but a treasure that her father left behind. Yuling then explained that 20 years ago, her father found an extremely rare treasure, but he couldn't get it because it was guarded by a ferocious beast that had mid-tier spatial talent which could teleport. Hearing that a beast has spatial talent greatly shocked Ye Tian. Not only that, but it has mid-tier spatial talent compared to Yunhe, who only has novice-tier spatial talent. This information made Ye Tian's eyes glow with greed. After Yuling recovered from her injuries, Ye Tian asked her about the treasure that she was after that her father failed to procure. Yuling told him honestly that she was after a heavenly and earthly treasure called the Flower of the Heavenly Soul. This treasure could raise one cultivation to another level. To scale its effect, a single heavenly soul flower could easily dominate a small base like the seafront base. Yuling pointed out that Ye Tian and Ye Yu also needed this treasure to improve their cultivation talent, which Ye Tian agreed to, but not for him. He could just copy someone with a higher talent tier than him and fuse with it. Yuling suggested that she would split the loot gathered here inside the secret realm with him in half. In return, Ye Tian has to use all of his strength to deal with that beast with teleportation talent. Ye Tian agreed to the deal and they went on their way. Along the way, Ye Tian asked Yuling about the plan for dealing with the beast. Her father faced it 20 years ago, so he must have made a plan for it. Yuling confirmed that there was a plan, pulled out a disc from her pouch, and gave it to Ye Tian. She explained that it was a formation disc that her father gave her. It was to limit the effect of teleportation that the beast was good at. It was like a natural enemy of spatial talent, which other talent also has, a natural enemy. Thinking about it, Ye Tian also thought about the natural enemy of his copycat talent. Though the disc was the core component of their strategy, it wasn't that great. The effect will only last for 3 seconds and the area of effect was only 800 meters in radius, or 1,600 meters in diameter. She planned to activate the disc and use her secret technique, but she already used it to flee from the demon cobra, so it has to be reassessed. After some time, Yuling stopped her advance and so did Ye Tian, who was following behind. Ye Tian asked why they stopped and Yuling told him that they arrived at the place, as she looked over the cliff they were at. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more videos like this, and see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day and happy holidays.